I grew up in what neighboring cities called Little Mexico, the city next door to Lauren Conrad, where men walked the streets selling elotes and raspados. Doña Tere made her arroz con leche, and the brujas next door fed the county's feral cats and grew the spiciest chiles north of Tijuana. I didn't realize that I was surrounded by magic. It's a forest of tangy oranges, sweet guayabas, plentiful limes, most ripe figs that surrounded a guamuche tree with spikes that try to ward you from its dry and sweet as victory fruit. That it was all temporary. Market forces would force my family into becoming nomads once again. Push my brother and I north like our parents years earlier were pushed out of their home and into Norte America. I became used to being a nomad. I set up camp on couches, back houses, break room benches, bus stops, and while others were loving it, I was serving billions, working till I knew why they called it the graveyard shift. Going out for a drink turned into drinking alone, and the pressure of studying intersectionality, the quadratic formula, the Haitian Revolution, interstellar matter, and how to make my food stamps last longer became too much. While living off of coffee, love, makeup, sex, and one free meal a day. Stress turned into ups and downs and breakups and hallucinations that made me run for the first time to a doctor pleading for help. I had to dump the liquids I used to blur my vision in order to find focus again. The LAX became JFK. I got a job in the shadow of the Unisphere, showing art to the bourgeois crowd to Forest Hills and the Upper East Side, and the proletarians of Jackson Heights and Flushing. We took a home-searching tour from JLo's Southside Bronx to Stapleton, the forgotten area of the forgotten borough, until we wound up in Manhattan's projects. But we made NYC our home. We got married down on Chambers and turned Central Park into our backyard. No fruit trees, no amucheles and figs, but plenty of new birds and snow that piles up for the first time in either of our lives. And we spent our first Christmas in New York together in downtown Manhattan. We walked the park that Jane Jacobs and the Greenwich Millers fought for against the might of Big Bob the Builder. We took the ferry to Staten Island and found good tacos in Brooklyn. I broke through the closet and I told my mom that I am bi, and yes, Gracie knows, got my first full-time job at the museum of my dreams. We're making NYC our home, with focus and determination to accomplish greatness like I've never felt before. Determined to dedicate my life to learning and gaining experience that I will use to create spaces where people can learn and explore the past without having to learn for tests or worry if the price is too high. First a degree from the New School, then the director's seat of the museum, from which I will create a space to challenge established thought and bring into consciousness all those who didn't have a mother that encouraged them to spend countless hours in bookstores and libraries, or friends who studied Marx and Chomsky in their free time. I take New York on. I will make you my home. No limes and oranges, but it's a mighty big apple.